Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony and this is TC's Outdoors. So if you checked out the thumbnail and you see an upgrade, I'm not upgrading the splitter. I mean, I am upgrading the splitter, but I'm not getting a new one. I'm going to show you how this, which is a set of carabiners and a piece of rope, is going to save me, I don't know, in excess of maybe 4 seconds a cycle. So one of the subscribers out there a few months back, TCP Trash is his handle. If you see him in the comments, you know, give him a shout out because it kind of inspired this. He said that he had seen a couple of stroke limiters for the Countyline or similar splitters like the Countyline, and what it'll do is prevent the ram from going all the way back every single cycle. So, you know, you take that 10-second cycle time and cut it down to maybe 6 or 7, you know, and over the course of a day, those seconds equal minutes, which equals more splits, which equals, you know, more production, which is all good things. So, the normal cycle stroke of this thing is 24 inches, and I cut my wood at 16 inches. So that is a little much. And if I'm in the middle of splitting, if you guys have watched me split, you know, I've always got my hand on this handle, and even splitting the last piece, I've got to make sure it doesn't go all the way back. Or if I do, I'll turn around and get another round, and then it goes all the way back. Then you got to run that out that 2 or 3 seconds, and you know, that stuff adds up. So TCP Trash sent me a couple of links, and they are really great designs. There's some fabrication involved, and I think they're pretty, you know, it depends on the orientation of your splitting, the valve on the side of the cylinder here. The one that he sent me, there was like a hook that the guy had made and gone into the bottom of the handle. You can't see what I'm doing, but so I'll throw the links in the bottom. You guys can check those out. They're short videos. Both really great designs. Clever, no doubt about it. I thought the first one was going to work for me. I had a day's worth of scavenging parts around the place. I did run to the hardware store and get some eye bolts, and I had everything else laying around. And I thought that I had a plan. And as I started implementing that plan, I realized that wasn't going to work for me. So I want it to be adjustable. I don't want something that's going to be, you know, need tools in order to take off if I get a larger round, or one that's, you know, just cut a little long, because, you know, if I'm not really great at cutting the length of my firewood. I'm kind of new to this, as you guys know. So sometimes it gets to be 16, 17, or I cut it at an angle. It's 16 on one side and 18 on the opposite end. So I needed something that I can pull off quick. So those first couple of designs, they were really nice, and if you're consistent with your saw, they would probably work out really well for you if you know you can adapt it to your splitter. But so after I realized it wasn't going to work, it still had got me thinking, you know, and I've seen, I think it was in the backyard with Dell, had like a shoelace that he had tied on these log strippers, and it had gone in between, and then he just looped it around the handle, and so when the ram came back, it would flip it out of detent and it would stop the cycle. So that got me thinking. The only downside of that is you're really only gaining like an inch or 2, which is better than nothing, I suppose, but I wanted to be able to stop it right around the 16.5 to 17 inches. I was looking, and let's turn you guys around. So if you look right here on these log strippers, there's a hole. Countyline, they're already drilled. They're not tapped, but I did tap these holes. It's a 3/8 thread, and I would imagine that most of the box store splitters are similar in this way, that these holes are in there. I'm not sure why they're in there, but I used it. So that's how I threaded these eye bolts in. Then I just have a jam nut on this side, and I can walk this out, get it adjusted to the right cycle depth that I was looking for. And I think these are like 7 inches. That was the length of the eye bolts that I bought, and it works out perfect. I've got a little bit of thread left in there if I wanted to do some maybe 14-inch wood, but I don't see that happening. But maybe, you never know what the future will bring. But either way, if I wanted to back them off or take them off altogether, it's like 2 seconds, because it's just a couple of carabiners. You know what I mean? You just clip them on, pull it off. So if, you know, my wood is 16 inches, but my father-in-law will use this splitter for his stuff too, and he cuts everything at 18, so this wouldn't work if it was on there all the time. So it's easy enough to take off, no big deal. Just take it out of the way. And then on the handle, the way that I have it mounted with the second carabiner is a smaller eye bolt. There's a hole through the handle already, and this grip was already loose, so I just took this off, put that eye bolt through the handle, put a nut on the back side to pull it through, pull it tight, and that will pull my lever when it trips. So that's my plan. I'm going to show you guys how it all comes, or works, I guess, and we can time it. We'll see exactly how much time it's going to save. 10.25. So probably with my delay and everything else, probably 10 seconds pretty accurate. So yeah, let's see how much it is after I put the limiter on. So I'll show you guys kind of how that goes on there. So to put it on, I do have to take one of the carabiners off, which isn't really a big deal. And this isn't the best quality of rope. This was just kind of what I could get at my local hardware store, which is really limited. But if this works out, I'm going to find something a little more durable, maybe some braided like paracord or something like that. But so this carabiner just clips onto the handle like so. You run that through. Put the other carabiner back on to the eye bolt, and that's it, guys. It's really not much to it. So remember, 10.28 first time around. So we'll reset it, and here we go. Here you go, 6.4. So what's that? Just about, not just about, 3.5 seconds. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so there you have it. 3.5 second increase on the cycle time, which is huge. You know, not quite, what's that, 33% or so. That's awesome. You know, that'll save me a ton of time during the course of a day. So guys, real quick, if you're into this kind of stuff, log splitting, chainsaws, and that type of thing, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button if you don't like it. You know, throw a comment down below, interact with the video. It helps me as a content creator. It helps, you know, and do this for everybody. Helps the algorithm, keeps us rolling. So guys like me, we're not in this for the money. We're in it for the enjoyment and to be able to share information with you guys. So I have been monetized for 3 months yet now, and I have yet to get a check, just to let you know how much money I'm not making doing this. So I do it because I like to. I do it because I love talking to you guys, and I like to be able to share stuff like this. And I got the idea from one of you guys, you know what I mean? And that's the beauty of YouTube. You know, the information sharing on this platform is awesome, especially this firewood community. Everybody wants to help each other. It's awesome. So either way, let's split. Enough ranting. So hit the like and subscribe, please. Appreciate it. So there's the Ranger full. This is all that ash and cherry and maple that I got, my second log load. And so far, really happy with it. Everything, you know, there's some crooked stuff, but that's just the life of, you know, splitting wood. But everything is solid. There's no punky stuff as of yet. I like having it stacked up behind me right here. The workflow works out good. Stack the round, go buck the rounds up, stack them in a pile like this, and then I can just pull right out of the pile, right onto the splitter, into the Ranger, and then over to stack them up to dry. So that is been working out pretty good for me. So I'd say the stroke limiter was a success. Thanks again to TCP Trash for the idea. It may not be the exact thing that you sent me, but it definitely fueled the creative process that got me to this point. So I thank you. Any of you guys are interested in doing something like this with your splitter and you got any questions, just throw them in the comments. I'll be glad to help. It's super simple, really is. But so if you're into this kind of stuff, guys, please hit the like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and come back, because when the next video, we're gonna see how long it takes me to fill the Ranger and how much it'll hold now with the farm truck sides. So now that I got the sides on there and the stroke limiter, I would say that this would be absolutely maxed out production-wise on the Countyline 40 ton, and we'll see how fast I could produce a cord of bundle wood. So come on back, that'll be the next video. So if you're into this kind of stuff, like I said, hit the like and subscribe, please, and share it with your friends. So take it easy, guys. We'll see ya.